We got we got mail. We got mail. Come on in here and see my mail. You know you want to see my mail because we got book mail. I know I said I won't buy no more books. Don't listen, Linda, listen. Hush. Hi friends, welcome back to Shelby in the Book Club. I'm Shelby Monet, and as you can tell by the little song and tune, the little diddly that I just performed for you, this is a book haul. Excuse me, it's not a super big book haul. And I know I had said that I won't buy no more books, but listen, buying books and reading books is two different hobbies. It's two different hobbies, okay? I don't want to hear about it. So we're gonna go over one of them that I recently purchased is the book that I'm currently reading. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about the other books that I got. And yeah, I just wanted to come hang out with you for a little while, see how you doing, your mom and them and stuff. Just check on you and show you, where my mind is book-wise. That's all I wanted to do. That's it. Spend a little time with you. Before we get started though, make sure you like, you comment, subscribe, and you share. Okay, the sharing part and the commenting part, those are very important, because if you talk to me, I know that you like it, and if you share it, we can get other people to like it, join our little family. You see what I'm getting at here? You see what I'm trying to do? Let's work that out. All right. Without further ado, let's get into it for real this time. Okay, so I want to start with The God of the Woods by Liz Moore. This is my first Liz Moore book, and baby, when I tell you, she is all right with me for the simple fact that there is a table of contents in this book. Go on, get it, because it's a table of contents in here. I don't know why authors got something to get against tables of contents. I don't know, but I want to know the contents of the table. I really do. But this is a literary thriller, which I did not know that was a subgenre. I mean, I probably could do a whole video on genres and subgenres. But I'm loving her writing style. I'm also loving this story. So it tells the story of a little girl who goes missing. She is 12 or 13. She is at the summer camp that is owned by her family. They're a very rich family. They've owned this summer camp for generations. And it's kind of weird that the summer camp is on the property where their summer home is. So like, I ain't gonna tell you no more. All I'm gonna tell you is my nerves been bad since I started reading. I'm about 170 pages in. I need to know where this little girl has gone on to. Where is this gal? Where is she at? Okay? They're making my nerves bad so much that I read ahead just to make sure that some of the characters were okay. And I never do anything like that. So y'all need to get that. I got that last week. Next up, so you guys may have seen me post what I thought my best books of the 21st century is, and I did that. I'll put the little picture here on the screen so you guys can see what books I picked. But I did that because New York Times was putting out their best 100, and they were releasing like 10 or 20 a day or whatever. So there was a trend going around with everybody putting what they would add to this list. And the reason that I like lists like this is because you can find new authors or really kind of hone in on things that you want to read that just haven't made it on your TBR yet. So some of the books that are on this list, or that I'm about to show you, the next 4 books that I'm going to show you are books that were on that list that I have not read that I wanted. So first up, we have Edward P. Jones. I have 2 books by him. I've never heard of this author. I've never heard of him before, and I'm actually really excited. So this first one is Lost in the City by him. It is a collection of short stories. I'm trying to do better at reading collections of short stories. This says, the nation's capital that serves as a setting for the stories in Edward P. Jones's prize-winning collection, Lost in the City, lies far from the city of historic monuments and national politicians. Jones takes the reader beyond that world into the complicated lives of African American men, women, and even children, such as the girl set to begin elementary school in the first day, who work against the constant threat of loss to maintain a sense of hope. From the girl who raised pigeons to the well-to-do career women awakened in the night by a phone call that will take her on a journey back to the past. The characters in these stories forge bonds of community as they struggle against the limits of their city to stave off the loss of friends, family, memories, and ultimately themselves. It sounds really good. I just did the video on Black male authors that we should be talking about, and I feel like he is going to be one that I mention in the continuation of that series. So the next book that I got from him, which is the winner of a Pulitzer Prize, The Known World, like, there are so many books, y'all. There are just so many. So this one says, in one of the most acclaimed novels in recent memory, Edward P. Jones, Pulitzer Prize winner, tells the story of Henry Townsend, a Black farmer and former slave who falls under the tutelage of William Robbins, the most powerful man in Manchester County, Virginia. Making certain he never circumvents the law, Townsend runs his affairs, with unusual discipline, but when death takes him unexpectedly, his widow, Caldonia, can't uphold the estate's order and chaos ensues. In a daring and ambitious novel, Jones has woven a footnote of history into an epic that takes an unflinching look at slavery in all of its moral complexities. I'm very, very interested in this. Like, super excited to read it. And I may or may not document my journey. Next, I want to dedicate time to like reading through Toni Morrison's work, probably all together, and that may be on my list of things to do next year. But I had never heard of Love by Toni Morrison, so I picked up a copy. It was on the list. This says Nobel Prize, I don't know this word, laureate Toni Morrison's spellbounding new novel is a Faulknerian symphony of passion and hatred, power and... Why can't I read these words? Power, color, and class that spans 3 generations of Black women in a fading beach town. In life, Bill Cosby enjoyed the affections of many women who would do almost anything to gain his favor. In death, his hold on them may be even stronger. Wife, daughter, granddaughter, employee, mistress. As Morrison's protagonist stakes their furious claim on Cosby's memory and estate using everything from intrigue to outright violence, she creates a work that is shrewd, funny, erotic, and heart-wrenching. Very interesting. I'm actually going to buddy read this with Sarah, so I'm super excited about that. I don't know why I don't know words right now, but y'all know I read for fun, whatever. Next up, oh, there's a blurb from Toni Morrison on this one. The Warmth of Other Suns. I have not read this. I feel like everyone has, and I have not yet. This is a nonfiction about the great, like, decades-long migration of Black citizens who fled from the South to the North and the West, searching for a better life. What I love about this is that it is considered a narrative fiction. So, I mean, narrative nonfiction, excuse me. So this will probably read a bit like fiction, and it'll be, not that the content will be easy to take in, but the writing style makes it a little bit easier to read. So think about things like When Crack Was King, or there's something else that's coming to my mind that I can't think of right now, but think along the lines of like When Crack Was King and other nonfiction that read like fiction. So yeah, this I want to read soon too, but it'll probably take me a little while to get through it, seeing as it is 600 plus pages. but I'm gonna do my best and see where that gets us. Next, The Great Hemisphere by Matteo Asca Rapport. He is also the author of Black Buck. This is a sci-fi. I did not know that it was a sci-fi when I picked it up, but I'm always yelling about y'all reading outside of your comfort zone, so I need to do the same thing. This tells the story of Sweet Mint, who is an invisible woman, like literally invisible, which puts me in the mind of like a ghost. I think she's a ghost, who is going to work, or who is going to do an apprenticeship with an inventor that is a non-invisible man, so human, just for better parameters here. So it says an explosive novel about power, ambition, and what it means to be seen. The Great Hemisphere follows a young woman, invisible by birth and regulated to second-class citizenship. Oh, so she like a regular woman. Who sets off on a mission to find her missing older brother, the primary suspect in a high-profile political murder. This sounds good. Being that it's sci-fi, I think I'm gonna push it up on my TBR. I need to read things that are outside of my comfort zone. I gotta practice what I preach. You telling me this, you telling me that, and some, and something go back. I had my share of lovers, so Sam now. Good. What is that man's name? But if you think you can turn me out, what is his name? Anyway, Caucasia. Danzy Senna. Fun fact, this is Uncle Percival Everett's wife. So technically she our aunt. This is about Bertie and Cole. They are daughters of a black father and a white mother. Bertie and her light skin and her straight hair looks more white, whereas Cole and her darker skin fit in with the other kids at school. When their parents divorce, they are separated, which leads Bertie on this journey of finding the family that got away from her because she was so close to her sister. I am super excited to read this. I'm going to try to go into it without comparing her to her husband because that is not fair to her. But I just think it's cool. It would be cool if I fell in love with her writing with the way that I fell in love with Percival Everett's writing. So I thought that was really cool. Shocker, we have another nonfiction. This is the 272, the families who were enslaved and sold to build the American Catholic Church. So this says in 1838, a group of America's most prominent Catholic priests sold 272 enslaved people to save their largest mission project, what is now Georgetown University. In this powerful account, journalist, author, and professor Rachel L. Swarns follows one family, the Mahoneys, through nearly 2 centuries of indentured servitude and enslavement to reveal the harrowing origin story of the Catholic Church in the United States. If we don't read things like this, we will never know certain parts of history, especially with the way that the world is right now, and they are banning books and just taking away so much access to actual history. And I think that a lot of the reason why they're doing that is because if we actually knew what actually happened, it would make so many people look bad. And I mean, they already look bad, but the more you know, the more it'll change your mind, the more that you can make better informed decisions when it is time to vote and to have certain types of conversations. So I'm actually very excited to read this. I know it's probably going to make me angry, but I'm very excited to read that. And last but certainly not least, now y'all like to call everything anti-black, and I don't necessarily always agree with that terminology, but that is why conversations are important, because we can agree to disagree, right? And I usually don't buy books that I see. Let me rephrase that. I usually don't buy books that just based off the fact that they have polarizing reviews, but I'm nosy. So I got One of a Kind by Nicola Yoon. My goal is to vlog my experience, whether I make it through or whether I don't, and just kind of give my 2 cents on it. It says Get Out meets the Stepford Wives, and that is very concerning for me. But Jasmine is trying to, so it says when Jasmine and King Williams moved their family to the planned Black utopia of Liberty, California, they hope to find a community of like-minded people, a place where their growing family can thrive. King settles in at once, embracing the Liberty ethos, including the Lux Wellness Center at the top of the hill, which is the heart of the community. But Jasmine struggles to find her place. She expected to meet fellow liberals and social justice activists striving for racial equality, but Liberty residents seem more focused on booking spa treatments and ignoring the world's troubles. Oh, why did I set myself up for this? Why? Why did I do this to myself? I don't know, but like I said, I'm nosy, so I'll report back, child. I don't know. But yeah, that is the conclusion of my book haul. In the comments, if you've made it this far, 1, let me know. 2, let me know if you are interested in any of these books. Have you read any of them already? If you would like to purchase them, all of the links will be down below in the underneath a bar. Why do we call it the underneath a bar? I can't hear you. Because it is where? Underneath the video. There you go. There you go, Suge. You learning. Look at you. If no one has told you today, I love you. You're kind. You're smart. You are important. If to no one else, to me. Bye, friends.